We thank you so much for watching UBC TV. Welcome to our lunchtime news this Tuesday, the 13th of August 2024. It's me, Michael Jordan Lukumwa, and this is what we have for you this afternoon. We'll start with Kitezi. We have drone footage that reveals the catastrophic state of the landfill in Kitezi, which shows also the magnitude and the level of the crisis for Kampala and its surrounding communities. Despite evacuation orders mandating a 200-meter buffer zone, the landfill's condition is glaringly apparent from above. As we speak, our reporters are gathering that there is food distribution among the survivors that is ongoing on site in Kitezi. And of course, we'll keep you updated about the situation in Kitezi. Like I said, our groups are gathering that the food distribution is ongoing among the survivors on site. Now, lawyers representing the 36th Forum for Democratic Change members of the Katonga faction have expressed concern for the accused to appear in court via Zoom. The 36 are on charges of treason before Nakawa Chief Magistrate's Court, and the case was set for mention. The accused were extradited from Kisumu in Kenya with allegations of that they were there for leadership training.
Today's session has ended in disappointment on our end. One, because all the accused persons were not brought in court. So the proceeding happened via Zoom. The accused persons were based in the respective prisons where they were remanded to. So we see that as an injustice to them, because while in prison, they do not have the opportunity to interact with their lawyers in order for them to be guided and also to determine the next course of action. So we have made prayers that court directs the prison authorities to present the accused persons physically in court at the next hearing, because we understand that we are in a country that is governed by rule of law. And justice demands that it must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. So I believe that the gesture of not presenting our people in court physically is a plot to defeat justice. So I and my colleague have made prayers in court that the accused persons appear physically in court at the next hearing. Secondly, the state made an allegation that the inquiries are still incomplete. They allege that they are still carrying on investigations. It is a common man's understanding that by the time someone is arrested, we all remember the manner of their arrest and the ease with which they were presented in court. So the presumption is by that time the state has overwhelming evidence. So they cannot come up and say that inquiries are not yet complete. So we have made prayers that court directs them to expedite the alleged investigations and make sure inquiries are complete by the time we next appear to court. It's unfortunate that the presiding magistrate or the magistrate in conduct of the matter was not present. So the magistrate who sat in for her guided that she does not have jurisdiction to make a ruling on our prayers, and accordingly advised us to make the same prayers at the next hearing when the trial magistrate is expected to be in court. So I appeal to all of you to keep calm. We are sure that justice might delay, but in the end it will eventually come out. We shall not relent. We shall meet our clients, and we shall guide each other on the next course of action.
Now, many citizens shift from their motherland to foreign countries, especially due to demands created or brought up by work. Many of these get taken up by their work and drop concern and care about affairs to do with their motherland. Our reporter talked to one Lily Obina, a Ugandan now in Canada, who has remained a focused Ugandan and still believes in her country's potential. Last week, we aired a story about a scuffle between NRM and NUP supporters in Canada, where the NUP group tried to interrupt the NRM's Thanksgiving party, meant to appreciate President Yoweri Museveni's service to Uganda.
And if I come to protest, I should be allowed to protest in peace. No. If I'm allowed, I'm not protesting. If I'm allowed to actually stand up for what I believe in, I believe that Museveni's government is doing a great thing in Uganda. I believe that. That is my belief. That is my belief.
Yes, I am. He is doing. So that is why
I am allowed. I am allowed.
We picked interest in knowing more about the lady, Lily Obina, and her views about Uganda. Obina is a daughter of the late Ambassador John Dixon Obina Okumu. She is an award-winning senior immigration specialist working in Canada, but also one that holds Uganda at heart.
One of the reasons why I really appreciate Museveni is the fact that he brought peace to northern Uganda. And now I can go to Uganda, I can go to northern Uganda, and I can travel at any time of the night. I can go to my village and nobody disturbs me. So that peace alone and freedom that people have in Uganda is so critical.
Obina believes in Uganda's potential and appreciates President Museveni's service to the country, especially his contribution towards the prevailing peace in northern Uganda and creation of space for Ugandans in the diaspora to invest back home.
Economic developments that he has brought to the country, whereby people like us in the diaspora can actually go back home and invest at home and know that our investment is not at risk. Because we know that there is stability in the country. So that is, it is such a huge satisfaction for us to be able to feel like that.
But even as a patriot, Obina has areas which she thinks need a special touch for the good of the country, Uganda.
Personally, I would like to request from the president himself. Number one, I think that we need representation for diaspora, like in parliament, because we understand what we want, we understand our things, and we feel like we should have representation.
Uganda needs to control her population growth rate as a prerequisite for checking environmental degradation that continues to threaten the country's natural resources. The recent census states that Uganda's population stands at 45.9 million people, representing about 600% growth from 8 million people at the time of independence. The Executive Director, National Environment Management Authority, Dr. Kankwasa Barirega, asserts that unless population growth is checked, the problem of environmental degradation will only worsen despite existing good policy framework. This comes at a time when the National Forestry Authority, a body charged with the mandate of watching over the country's forest reserves, grapples with choking cases of encroachment on almost all the 506 forest reserves accruing from illegal land titling.
Do you think they are going to heaven? They are here. They are in the forest, they are in the wetlands, they are in the mountains. So that's where the problem lies. Even if you have excellent policies, even if you have excellent implementation, minus addressing the question of population growth rates, it's not going to work. There is no miracle here. You will give aspirin and Panadol, you will say, let's grow vertically, build more apartments so that people are concentrated in urban areas like in London and other places. But this is only for a short time. It's Panadol. They will also fill up. But they will have waste anyway, even if it is vertical. The waste will be there. So the issue is we must address the population. I know Uganda's women are one of the most fertile in the world, thanks to God. But we must address the issue of fertility. Because if we do not address the population growth rates, we shall not address the poverty issue. For as long as the population is growing at a rate higher than the growth of the economy, you cannot get out of the poverty cycle. It's impossible. Poverty. Because the small population of the world is managing the wealth for the rest of everybody, there is poverty. You have people who have unwanted excess wealth, while others have a deficit to even put food on the table. And so as they strive to put food on the table, environment has become the casualty. So poverty, crimes of need. They are still crimes, but they are crimes of need. You can't tell a hungry person to conserve. The message will not sing. The message will not sing. Even if there is will, the mind may be willing, but the body will not will. So we must address the issue of poverty through socio-economic transformation, through sustainable use of our natural resources.
Transport has been paralyzed along Pakwach-Karuma-Gulu Road following the flooding of Tangri River. According to incoming reports, water has blocked the road and authorities are contemplating on whether to divert traffic.
You see?
Just help him do that.
See there, that one is struggling. Hey, we are also entering the water.
The water is coming.
It's coming.
Yes, so you go on this side. This. What is taking him?
It's water. My God! You see?
It is taking him already.
What is already forcing tide is strong.
But the way he's coming, he might pass.
He might pass.
No, let him leave it.
Now, where is that bus coming?
He will pass.
This one's going to pass.
The trouble is
This one is now safe.
Any car from the other side. Who are those things?
This one is now safe.
it's not now safe.
No carry to go where now?
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. Please keep it with us.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Uganda, are you ready to kick things up to the next level? The Uganda National Lottery brings you Sports Stake 10. Predict the results of 10 football games and win big. With tickets at only 500 shillings, join the fun and make your predictions count with Sports Stake 10. Sports Stake 10, your ticket to football glory.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Royal Challenge presents African Culture Show 2024. From 5th to 7th September, African countries will showcase their cultural lifestyles of food, dances, poetry, clothing, and we shall also have live African traditional performances. We shall be at Kololo Independence Grounds starting at 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. at only 50,000 shillings. Dressing code is African culture wear. Come see countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Egypt, Libya, plus visiting countries like Brazil, India, China, and many more, showcasing their traditional cultural lifestyles.
Uganda fire! Endiva fire! Our border fire!
Uganda! Thank you for showing your fire! Has Nambole Stadium opened its doors once again?
Fire!
While you were moving in wet, you were the 12th player. When Uganda Cranes needed you the most.
Fire! Fire!
Through our famous wins against Tubankunda and our unlucky losses, you stood firm, supporting even louder.
Fire!
Now, as Uganda Cranes take on South Africa and Congo this September, South Sudan in October, and play our second legs against South Africa and Congo in November, bring even more fire! Because with your support, Uganda Cranes is unstoppable! Uganda fire! Proudly brought to you by MTN, the #1 supporter of Uganda Cranes. Together, we are unstoppable.
We'll now go straight to the sports world, and there, Bulemezi's chances of advancing to the next round of the 2024 Masaza Buganda football tournament are diminishing with each passing match. Their recent 1-1 draw against Buddu FC on match day 6 has further complicated their path forward. The defending champions, who were on the verge of securing their second victory in the 6-team Bulange group, were halted by a well-placed free kick from Buddu FC's Joseph Kayondo in the 78th minute. The goal silenced the Balemezi supporters who had gathered at Kasana Playground in Luwero to back their team.
The draw left Bulemezi FC's chief financier and supporter, Frank Mutalaga, frustrated. He criticized the technical team for selling off key players from the previous season and implementing a poor recruitment strategy.
First of all, I feel sorry bad to my Bulemezi supporters for this kind of disappointment performance. But according to me, I think we should have to blame the technical team for the recruitment. That's where they made a blunder, because being the defending champion, they were supposed to retain some players who raised them to glory at a time. And also, secondly, they were supposed to equip themselves financially and everything.
Mutalaga has assured the fans that Bulemezi FC will field a stronger and more formidable team next season.
Yeah, I will continue supporting these next games which are coming in, because this football we have to fulfill what required by the Masaza. But now, also I want to really tell the Bulemezi supporters, all the Bulemezi people from Nakaseke district and other districts, that I will still be their funder, and I will make sure that next time on the recruitment, I will be there.
Meanwhile, Bulemezi FC's chief executive officer, Andrew Walakira, blamed the draw on what he called poor officiating by center referee Joseph Masembe.
We can say we missed 2 penalties and he denied any. Rather, he has given the opponent such a chance just close to where ours were, and they've used theirs, but he dismissed to give us ours.
Walakira has called for an improvement in the quality of refereeing in the Buganda Masaza football tournament. Despite the setbacks, new Bulemezi FC coach Andrew Mugaga remains optimistic, stating that his team still has a mathematical chance of qualifying. On the other hand, Budu coach Simon Dungu is delighted to have earned 4 crucial points from the defending champions. Currently, Bulemezi FC finds itself at the bottom of the 6-team Bolange group, which is led by Buruli FC. The defending champions
UBC Lunchtime News. Uganda's State Minister for Sport Peter Ogwang has met Bob Verbig, who is the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Golazo, which is the firm contracted by the government to organize the first ever Kampala City Marathon. The meeting, hosted at the Belgian House in France, addressed pertinent issues that are pivotal to ensure the 1st December 2024 Kampala City Marathon meets its intentions. The meeting was graced by Uganda Olympic Committee President Donald Rukari, the Team Uganda Chef de Michel Moses Mwase, and the National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary David Katende.
Ministry of Education and Sports, and on my own behalf, I want to thank the President for this activity, because the funding is entirely coming from the President. It is not under our ministry, it is him who directed that he funds this activity, and for that I want to call upon all the international guests who are here in Paris from various countries who have participated in the Olympic Games to join us on 1st December. I also want to call upon all athletes who are interested in participating in the Kampala Marathon. What I can confirm, the prizes will be there, which of course I want to say Bob is here. We will be able to communicate formally on what prizes are entailed in this competition.
We have started preparation for Kampala Marathon, and it is an honor to be chosen as a company to organize this event, which will make an impact. Uganda has been put on the map as a leading nation in running, and this marathon will showcase Ugandan talent, it will showcase Ugandan best athletes, but also it will attract marathon runners from all over the world to your beautiful country, which has so much to offer to tourism and to sports. In a few weeks, an invitation will be sent to nearly 1 million marathon runners all over the world to announce the Kampala City Marathon, and over the course of 5 years we want to be one of the leading marathons in Africa and in the world.
Now, Standard Chartered Bank has partnered with Tascalite Ranger to organize the Rwenzori Marathon Run that is going to take place in Kasese district.
To announce our continued partnership with Rwenzori Marathon. We are eager to continue nurturing and growing this relationship, and we are committed to delivering even more impactful initiatives in the future. We look forward to showing up with even greater dedication to make our future projects truly, truly unforgettable.
We ended up with over 2,000 runners. Same problem happened in Kasese. But what this does is that investment actually follows opportunities. Now, Kasese people have seen that wherever there is a marathon, there are opportunities. And they're also clearly saying that because of the talkability and the PR is happening to Kasese now, people are coming to Kasese throughout the year. The numbers that are coming throughout the year is growing every time. Uganda Wildlife Authority actually says that by 2022 they had less than 2,000 climbers that went to Mount Rwenzori Ranges. Within 1 year of publicizing the Tascalite Rwenzori Marathon, the numbers went up by 5,000. So you can see the effect of good PR to the people of Kasese. So we're excited, and we're also very grateful, of course, to the media that has played a very key role in creating the talkability, the PR.
And the Chartered know that. I've experienced that for years in different markets. One, it builds the image for Uganda. Number two, it brings in international participation. So everything that we talk about being world-class is going to happen here. The third thing is we have a lot of talented Ugandans, and we've just come off Olympics, where Ugandan runners, as you know, have done extremely well. So it is the chance for global individuals and the local talent to run with some of the biggest names that we will ever see in this world. So it's that kind of unique experience.
We thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for you this afternoon, but of course we'll have more news in the evening in Luganda, Kiswahili, and I'll be here myself for news tonight. So you have all the reasons to keep with us. Enjoy the next program. See you then.